We all know that he did leave the Air Force with dignity, and again, I'll never forget this. I was deployed again, coming back, and we had to pass through Chicago. And I'm sitting there in Chicago with kind of a layover, and I see General Fogelman in civilian clothes at this time, and he's going to be on the same flight. And to this day, I'll never forget it because I saw him, and I walked up to him in the line because he was happened to board early because he was seated way in the back of the airplane. Which, man, I think that's why you bought an airplane. but to see my chief as a civilian dressed in a coat and tie because he had been on business, taking care of issues, again, contributing to our total Air Force, you know, sitting in the back about row 32 and on his way back to Colorado. It was just one of those times, again, where you have that opportunity just to walk up and say hello. And what I tell you about General Fogelman is when he's met you, he never forgets you. John and I are blessed. We're class of 73, and with General Fogelman as a class of 63, every once in a while our reunions coincide. And sir, that's always been a privilege when we get to be there when 63's there, because one of your classmates, Al Adams, was my AOC, and of course a mentor. But sir, it's always been a privilege to be able to run into you and say hello every time we get the opportunity to go back to our beloved school and celebrate with our classmates.
An F-100 that, of course, Gentleman Fogelman fired. Who's an F-100? There we go. And then we got the F-4 over here. We got two of the airplanes that he's flown. Pretty good. But I do want to acknowledge some of the sponsors that made this happen tonight. So first of all, we'd like to thank Moser Aviation and the Anschutz Foundation. Kristen Anschutz, chief, was the one that helped contribute tonight. And then I do want to recognize Rolls-Royce for being the presenting sponsor. And certainly Tom Hartman, who is part of Rolls-Royce. We do want to recognize the whole organization. So thank you very much. Round of applause for all our sponsors.